reinforcing units, dispatch those Earthlings for me. Prepare for a new round of reinforcements.
Focusing on the start thing. Dreams of working with the big fish shark.
Deploying reinforcements.
Bring me the Flash. Kill Brainiac, but bring me the Flash.
He may be somewhat disoriented when you find him, so handle him with care.
You heard the doctor. With care.
Totter along in the ashes of this world, Task Force X. You too will be scattered amongst it soon enough.
Got a visual on our next objective.
Here to reclaim your sworn enemy, the Flash? How touching. I'll be more than happy to share my research with you. In fact, I've made a breakthrough. As you can see, I am now a league of my own. Calculators out, and pencils ready, Task Force X.
Hey, Luther, how do we do this? Decoupling? Kryptonite? Kryptonite decoupling?
What are you? I understand now. Let's see. Both iterations have been susceptible to bullets previously. Try that.
So just counter him where it hurts. Alright, good enough for me.
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios.
From downtown!
Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is...
I feel like any truly witty quip about being yourself I throw at you would hurt me too.
Don't worry, I'll have this done in a... language bleed through. You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. Let's consider the other side of the equation now. Not much variation here, but there is potential. Always good to get out and move around. The cold does metaphorically get to one. Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful.
Clear the splash zone! Double the powers, but still taking the same hits? Man, I'd be pissed too.
Ah yes, I can see the variables much more clearly now. Not even the fundamentals will stick with you. I'll break you down into something even simpler and much smaller. Not to worry, I spiced things up just for you, dear squad. Always good to get out early. A different placement this time to optimize the throughput. Yes. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. I modified this Kryptonian thunderclap. Feedback is greatly appreciated.
Explosion imminent!
You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. I tried to research this move of the Kryptonians. You Earthlings are disgusting. I made changes. I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios. Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them.
Carrying a Joker! Extinguished.
Let these cool a bit before you barrel into them. I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios. All plans must be capable of weathering setbacks, especially such frustratingly tenacious ones as you. Even I make room for the more useful classes. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. And yet you foolishly persist. For days on end. Mind-bendingly incomprehensible. You might think wind would be less combustible. And yet... I've allowed you to continue more than long enough. This little diversion ends now. A little quick preparation first. You will not stand in the way of my research into the Speed Force.
Never miss the score.
Right. Once more, and I will finally be rid of you uselesses. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? Take cover. Deathstroke going down. My projections predicted something akin to this. I never intended to experience it. But ultimately, what have you... This data is beginning to give diminishing return.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow. I'm not really used to getting winded. Hey, shouldn't you all be in jail?